Here's our next guest.
Judith Lucy's first comedy performance saw her swinging a sausage above her head on stage, and she's been a one-woman laugh factory ever since. She's clocked up over 1,000 stand-up gigs worldwide, had a roller coaster ride through the radio airwaves, starred in feature films like Crackerjack, and became a firm TV favourite on The Late Show. Her latest project is an A to Z book about growing up with eccentric Irish parents in Perth. And it's called, appropriately enough, the Lucy Family Alphabet.
Welcome back to the show, Judith Lucy! Now,
Oh, that's too big.
look at you. You're looking a little pensive. I like it.
Yeah, let's move on.
Now, we have to be careful because you're not well, and I would have otherwise gone for a lovely Julia Gillard.
Obviously.
Obviously, we would have it. Now, I was very, I loved the book. Absolutely loved it. And I was surprised to discover in it that you were actually a bit of a goody two-shoes as a child.
Oh.
Which I wouldn't have thought. But you did get in trouble in...
Well, because I'm a slut with a drinking problem now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just expected that I was, what, just swigging on the tequila when I was in grade 1?
Pretty much off the boob, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, you're not far off. No, I was.
Pretty much off the boob. I did say that out loud, didn't I? Okay, just checking. Just checking.
I loved it. No, incredible suck. I was actually my grade 1 teacher's flower girl, for God's sake.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, I'm hearing Mr. Hellier chuckle. I know he's very fond of that fact, but about the only time I was busted was for liturgical dancing in church at lunchtime. Now, are you across the whole liturgical dancing thing?
Oh, prepare ye a way of the Lord.
So, Mr.
Yes, I am.
you know it's dancing to hymns.
To hymns, yes.
It's dancing for God. It's dancing to such racy numbers as Yahweh is the God of my salvation. I trust in Him. I have no fear. This is really scary.
That's what I do.
But can I share a couple of moves with you?
Oh, please, yes.
I feel it's the only way you can really capture the magic that is liturgical dance. And I hope everyone's got a cold glass of water handy, because this could get pretty racy. Okay, so haven't started, I've started. Look out. Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. And you got in trouble for that. That's not right.
And it was even better too because we had to wear these just totally shapeless blue smocks. So we actually all looked like we'd escaped from a psychiatric ward. So it was a tick in every box.
Well, and the book is, you're certainly bearing pretty much most of your life in there up until this point, because
no imagination
whatsoever. But you've got moments there where, like, obviously you're trying to have deep and meaningful conversations with your father at the time, which didn't go down too well either.
Well, that was a mistake. Well, Dad had
unique advice in your family.
Yeah, well, Dad had some pretty crazy ideas about most things. Actually, one of the only bits of advice he ever gave me was never trust a man with facial hair.
Yes.
Santa Claus never liked the cut of his jib. But no, I made the mistake one day, having lunch with Dad, early 20s, just mentioned really casually I'd been a bit depressed lately. Dad turned to me without skipping a beat, and this is the scary part of the story, because he'd obviously given this some thought, turned to me and went, well, do you think you'd be happier if you had a breast reduction? Because let's face it, you're completely out of proportion. So I felt hot, as you can imagine. And to this day, I do not really know how he made that little leap from point A, Charles a bit blue, a bit depressed, to point B, obviously she should have her jugs locked. But he was ahead of his time.
He certainly was. But also, it's not just your family pets, you've had an array of nutty pets.
Killers.
Absolutely. One nice cat, but you've got a crazy dog.
Yeah, we had a Pekingese called Shan, who was so vicious, we would have been better off with a pet polar bear or shark. Savaged all of us, of course. Mind you, that was about the only time there was any physical contact in the Lucy household, when a pet turned on you. It was great. But I do remember a day that my dad's boss came over with his Great Dane, so obviously an enormous dog. Chan has gone for that dog's testicles like they were made out of chum. And even though at one point the Great Dane had Chan's entire head in his mouth and was swinging him from side to side, once released, Chan went straight back like a bee to honeyed gonads. I mean, who doesn't do that when it comes to testicles?
Absolutely.
I know I do.
Right, girls? Was there any story you thought, I can't put this in here? It seems, because you cover so much and so much personal stuff, good and bad.
Well, there's only one story that I really wanted to put in that I couldn't because, well, basically my very wonderful editor, Ben, said, you know the whole thing with you being fond of a drink? I think that's pretty clear in the book. You probably don't need yet another drinking story. So I had to lose one of my favourites. Shall I share it tonight?
Please do. Please do.
Well, look, I'd love to because it's really one of my more sophisticated tales too. In fact, I may even have to add, this happened a long time ago because, of course, recently I've just turned a very youthful 40. And Rove, may I just say to you, I don't care what people say, 40 is the new 40.
I'm pleased to hear that. I've been worried.
Well, people who say anything else are living a lie. But okay, so years ago, I'm having a bit of a big day with some buddies, and then one of them's gone, hey, I know a party we can go to and take some laudanum, which was, of course, an opiate-based drug from many years ago. Listen and learn, children. So I've gone, sure. So we've gone to this party. I've taken this stuff. It wasn't laudanum. It was like someone had popped a Nurofen into a bottle of Baileys. I don't know what it was, but I've given it a crack regardless. Then I've gone, oh, this isn't doing anything for me, and I've done the sensible, mature thing then and drunk half a bottle of bourbon. No, I am a role model. And the next morning I've woken up on the floor of this place, fortunately at least next to the people that I'd come with. And, Rove, that's when I realised that I needed a toilet very quickly. And, well, basically I found a toilet and I was pretty busy from both ends. And essentially, Rove, I've thrown up on my own underpants. Yeah, it's...
Okay.
And, you know, come with me. Come with me.
I want to work out how, but at the same time, not.
Don't dwell. Now, of course, the real bummer was I was at a complete stranger's house, and I'm thinking, this...
Because otherwise it would have been okay.
Oh, exactly. Well, I thought, this story's no icebreaker. Hi, we haven't met, but... so I didn't know what to do, and I thought I did the most sensible thing I could do. I took the underpants off and threw them out the window. But it was just a bit of a shame that I didn't realise that the window faced the front of the house. And we actually all walked past them as we left. So it was just a great end to a great night.
Well, I look forward to chapter 1 of the next book already. Well, here's hoping this can make a great end to a great night. Judith Lucy, would you like to win $20 in 20 seconds?
Let's go.
Okay. I rifle around in my pocket. Here it is. Start the clock. What makes you happy?
Nothing.
Beer or wine?
I think you mean beer and wine.
You're walking down the street when you see an old person trip over. Do you laugh?
No, I help them.
Which film star would you most like to pash?
I want to have sex with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, would you rather have straight hair or the ability to tan?
I would like to be a bald African-American.
Why have you never learnt to drive?
See beer and wine.
You're house sitting for a friend. Do you go through their stuff?
Absolutely.
When did you last steal something?
A bottle of Cointreau when I was 21, and I still feel bad about it.
Judith Lucy, who would you turn gay for?
Oh, almost anybody.
Thank you, Judith Lucy. Here's the plug. Judith's book, The Lucy Family Alphabet, available in stores now and doing very well, I should say. It's a great read. Thank you very much, Judith Lucy. Wonderful to see you. Get well. We'll be right back.